Ticker symbol COSM put in a very impressive run for it being a Monday. Let's go ahead and see the potentials for the coming days. What is up, you guys? Thank you so much for stopping by. Once again, this is ARCa coming at you with the ticker symbol COSM, technicals, raw price action, and statistical thread of analysis on this happy Monday. Before we get started, please make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share the video with a friend so that you and them could consider joining our trading community and Discord called ARCa Bulls. With that said, let's dive right into the charts. Okay, you guys, so you are looking at COSM on the 5-day chart, and we are absolutely looking pretty good here. In fact, there has been a complete invalidation of this statistical move that we've been looking at for some time. And why is that? Well, because the critical contraction zone has now been penetrated, and the volatility component of the volatility component has now entered that zone there, thus creating a new statistical backtest. So now I have to run another backtest for this, you guys, to see what the potentials are of price action leading to the upside on a 5-day time frame whenever volatility contracts to critical zones, which is within the 15th percentile, paired with stochastic momentum pivoted towards the upside. Very good thing here is that we still have that macro time frame upside pivot, and we absolutely have ADX trending towards the upside as well. A very massive 36%, 35.99 on that ADX, which means it is a very strong trending market, or market trending for the bulls, right? So whoever's on top, please notice right over here that the bulls are absolutely leading the bears. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what the potentials are, because what I can see is that the broader markets may start facing some pressures to the downside soon, which can apply pressure along everything under the sun. Okay, you guys, so we're just going to have to go ahead and take a look at this, because I can even see Bitcoin finding some type of downside soon too. Okay, you guys, so let's go ahead and move on to the next chart and see what we have. Okay, so this is a very interesting thing happening here, because this is actually another type of a statistical metric that we're going to have to take into account, because notice here that this is arguably I think this is the 4th largest time that COSM has been in critical contraction without any volatility at all for this period of time. Okay, so what I'm noticing here is that now, take a look at this, we have the EMA 3 and the SMA 14 pivoted towards the upside, but not only pivoted towards the upside from just anywhere. It is pivoted towards the upside, first of all, in the bullish control zone and in the gravitational zone of the bullish control zone, which can actually lead price action to a pull towards the upside. Okay, you guys, the next thing that we actually noticed from the last analysis that we did on Friday is that stochastic's momentum versus price action is in a hidden bearish divergence structure. Okay, you guys, that happens when price action is making a series of higher lows, and you have the opposition of momentum making a series of lower lows. Okay, so that indicates a drive of hidden bullish divergence, of which you can see has already panned out for our to our favor. Okay, you guys, so I am absolutely liking what I'm seeing here. So this is I can't give too much other than the fact that there could be another type of regression here. And this, guys, I'm just going to tell you like this, but please know that this is highly speculative, but I would like to just imply a regression line happening right here. Please notice that we have that massive regression happening within this right here, perfectly lined up towards that upside. It only makes me feel that the 12-hour time frame paired with the 5-day time frame is suggesting a potential very explosive move towards the upside, of which we can find some resistance at in this level here. We're going to go ahead and find out what that is. First of all, that is absolutely maxed way above the 100% line. So, of course, the 100% line is leading to about this point here, but I have seen iterations to it to where it has led to about 100 and I would say 1. Okay, so technically these indicators are lagged and they can overbuy and oversell forever. Okay, you guys, so just know that take it with a grain of salt. It's just kind of what I'm looking at, right? So now let's go ahead and move on to the next chart, because this is already a very good sign. I love what I'm seeing here for COSM, okay, which can indicate a potential continuation to the upside. But remember, we have to keep an eye on the broader markets as well. A very bullish statement made by COSM today, you guys. This upon the daily closure closure, which is traditional market close at $3.58, guess what? It reclaimed the the outside of this descending triangle. What that means is that it is trying to validate the newly converted resistance zones. Okay, this is an inflection point, and also the mean, which is literally the price, the price in between all of this price action, chop action here. Okay, so this area here is a very critical inflection zone of which price action came on Friday and validated right at the penny and then rejected, right? So that rejection had us open up this daily candle right at about 345 today and made a continuation to the upside to eventually see a high of 372. Very, very bullish. Okay, you guys, the closure of the day is 358. The closure of the after hour session is 359. So yet even higher. Okay, you guys, so the longer we stay upside of this triangle, the better it is for us to validate this area as a form of support. A newly converted resistance into support, that is, before a continuation to the upside. The three targets for the three different types of bull traders here, okay? It's going to be the breakout formation, which is triangle from the hypotenuse of the triangle, which is the top side, right? All the way down to the horizontal bottom. And that leads to take profit number one. Okay, per the breakout candle. Okay, the second set of bulls would actually be from the center of the triangle, and then literally from the hypotenuse to the bottom side. Same situation. You apply it to the breakout, and this would be target number 2, 454. And the last target, of course, is from the very top side of the hypotenuse all the way down to the lowest point of the triangle. You apply that to that breakout as well. The price action would essentially lead to a massive $5.50. I'm not saying we're going there. I am saying that this is how traditionally you trade this formation. First of all, everything is actually indicating that this formation is in fact in play. And what do I mean by that? Well, first of all, actually, let me see if I can get the volume profile to just show up a little more. My goodness, it's difficult to get it to show up. It's all good. You can see here that the volume profile is on a steady decline, right? So we have that volume literally falling just like this, right? So that usually gives us the indication that we are within a triangle itself. That validates the formation, right? So another thing is that we're breaking outside of it, so that could be an upside move too. Another thing is that we're also coming from that 301 bottom side that is a critical demand zone for this ticker COSM, right? So I like it's going to have to follow this pattern, guys. Even coming into the next days, I can see a potential short-term upside, but the downside is going to start looking more relevant. And why? Because we still need to validate this newly converted resistance into support. There can be a downside in the next days to about 347, even into the area of about 340. Okay, you guys just know that, and don't let it catch you by surprise. Okay, so just know that those potentials are there when you are breaking out. Take a note here from the daily Gaussian channel. We are upside of the mean band again. Okay, you guys, so and that mean band is located at 353, which means that we're in the process of converting this mean band into a support before a continuation to the upside. Okay, you guys, so there's several processes happening right now within the asset in order for that price action to move to the upside. What we should appreciate is the fact that we are upside of these critical resistances and in the process of creating them the supports. They can fail. They can succeed. We have to validate. Okay, you guys, that's the bottom line. No one can do anything about this other than God himself. I don't know. All right, or the owner, right, the CEO. But another bullish statement here, you guys. Take a look at this weekly candle, right? It opened up about a couple days ago, and it is making an upside continuation right now, you guys. That closure from today is, in fact, showing us that there is a higher demand for ticker symbol COSM, and it's looking very promising. Okay, you guys, remember that this is the broadening descending wedge on a macro time frame weekly. We already have the test number 1, 2, 3, capitulation after the third, which is the golden rule of 3, and we're headed towards that true breakout test number 4. Okay, you guys, and where is that top side of the test number 4? Well, what do you know? $5.40. What the hell does that remind you of? The $5.40 should remind you of, let me see, where were we? Right over here, right? $5.50, which is the triangle top on the daily time frame, not even close to the weekly, right, you guys? So We have a lot of things rhyming, okay, you guys? So the last part of the analysis is, in fact, going to be the RSI. Please notice that the 30-minute immediate short-term time frame is pressuring that SMA 14 towards the upside, which is very good. Okay, you guys, I like it, all right? So now there could be a little bit of resistance here on the buy hourly, which could suggest price action to find a rejection just like these have, right? But price is contracting towards this. It's creating a triangle, right? So that would be essentially that type of resistance before a short-term downside, before a potential breakout. Okay, please notice that the potential breakout can be supported by the upper time frame. 6-hour time frame RSI, the signal itself is upside of the SMA 14, which, by the way, is pivoted towards the upside. If we do get that downside from the buy hour, blah, 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 blah. Apologies. From the buy hourly and from the 30-minute, very likely for that RSI signal to face that downside into that SMA 14, find that support and pressure the price action towards the upside. Similar situation here to that 12-hour time frame. In fact, it's already getting very close to that gravitational zone of the bull weakness percentile. This can actually face a pull to the upside, but we're going to have to see what the shorter time frames do have to say about that and then follow up with this. Okay, you guys, so as far as the upper time frames, again, they're going to have to be very much I guess they're waiting for the influence from the shorter time frames. As soon as the shorter time frames start with a massive upside pivot, very likely the shorter time frames will cascade into each other, creating that domino effect that we always look for, and then the upside will continue. Okay, you guys, so please remember first and foremost that I am not a financial advisor. Take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy, sell, or hold any assets whatsoever. Okay, you guys, I need you to do your own due diligence and everything will be cool. All right, you guys, but with that said, I wish you well, a very, very good night. Apologies for coming in late, but I think I got all the technology issues resolved, or temporarily, right? Not in the most ideal situation, but a very good situation. All right, you guys, but with that said, again, I wish you well, a very good night, and I will catch you at the bell mañana. Adios, team.